Service and supply centres around Australia for all your hydraulic and industrial hose requirements. G'day, welcome to Real Action. Michael Gest. I've got a new guest on the show today, Ty Edmonds. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Murray cod. This guy knows, well, you're even dressed the right colours, mate. You've got the green. He loves his Murray cod fishing. We're fishing just out of Inverell in the Gwydir River. Got probably my favourite type of fishing. So accessible, mate. Take the car topper off the roof, add the little motor on the back there for a bit of speed. We've got this one up the front so we can be a little bit stealthy for the cod. And we're going to throw some soft plastics around and see what we can find. You keen or what? Pumped?
Definitely keen.
Mate,
I reckon today's going to be a good day, that's for sure. By
overcast conditions, rising barometer, water clarity looks pretty good.
Yep.
Let's go and do it.
Let's go and do it.
Mate, I'm keeping my feet dry. I don't know about you. So we're throwing some big paddle tail soft plastics and have added what's called a willow blade underneath there just to give them a little bit more bling under the water. So I've got that sort of bright green tail. Ty's gone for a white one, but all of those colours are going to contrast really well in this sort of tannin coloured water. You can see the willows along the banks here. There's logs coming down, so it's a matter of getting your cast nice and tight and trying to get a cod to bite. Got him, mate? Go, go, go. Oh. Hey, so those big long legs are bending there, mate. Mate, that's a good looking fish.
Yeah, she's about average size, this one.
About average for in here, yeah? Wow, that looks a bit better than average to me. He said that there, hey? Hey. Well done, brother. Well, you've already got your thumb taped up, ready to go. Are you going to lift him up? Yeah, give him a bit of a, cod thumb. And so it's paddle tail soft plastics we're using. I must admit, I haven't used these on cod before. I knew they'd work. And that's probably what, only been fishing for about 10 minutes, mate, haven't we?
Yeah, not very long.
Not very long, and a beautiful cod. Look at that, good thumb grip, support that belly. Yeah. Not when I fall in, mate.
Beautiful little Gwydir River Murray cod.
Gwydir River, yeah, fishing in and around Inverell today, and I tell you, they are just the coolest fish. They're an Aussie native. Look at those colours. And for you, as a mad keen cod fisher, what is it for you that gets you out and about chasing these fellas, especially in areas like this?
It's just that beautiful scenery for starters, you know, a beautiful day, get rewarded with a beautiful fish like this.
Mate, it just ticks all the boxes, doesn't it? To jump in, you know, the car topper, this thing's only about 40 kilos, to be able to go and explore areas like this, and for me, I've never fished this bit of water before, and see you with a big smile on your dial with a fish like that, I've got to tell you, it's pretty special. That's a cracker. Have a look at that. Have a look at the size of the mouth on that fish. Won't keep it out for too long. Spin it around that way so everyone... I know you wanted to have a look, but show everyone at home too, mate. That's awesome. Pop that treble out quickly.
Yeah, he's pinned it right through the bottom of them.
There you go, mate. I'll give you your fish back. Give that fish a bit of a swim. That's that lure there. Look at that. Beautiful little sort of purple with that green line. And I've just added that little willow blade on the end there. So let's get this girl back in the water. Away you go, mate. You've got to be happy with that, I've got to tell you. All right, off you go.
Good little start.
Yeah, that's awesome. Got him, son. Right on the edge. I swapped positions with Ty there. And I got to the front here for a second. And that's worked straight away, mate. I'm just going to spin this around there for a minute.
Nice little fish too.
Yeah, it's a great fish. Just thought I'd sneak in. There's a really grassy bank just here and a snag up there, and I love casting along those grassy banks. And I thought I'll just get that parallel cast and run it along the bank, and bang, it's paid off straight away. And been changing around lures a little bit, and I went back to that soft plastic pattern in a real bright green colour. That's going to be cod thumb right there, but that's what I came all the way out here for. And look at that. That late in the afternoon's one of those key bite times, isn't it? Those low light periods. Cod just love that, don't they?
100%.
Have a look. Just sneak that lure out so everyone can see. It's absolutely jammed in there. Bright green, so really good contrast and a beautiful looking fat Murray cod. Fishing the Gwydir at the moment. It's only getting a bit later on. in the afternoon, and hopefully we might find another one or two, but I've got to tell you, that's a pretty good start so far.
It is a good little start.
Off you go, mate. Away you go, bud. Oh, God. He's gone. Well, it's a beautiful morning, back on the Gwydir. Got a couple of fish yesterday afternoon, which is pretty exciting.
A couple of nice ones.
Couple of nice ones. So we're going to head back down the river today. We went back up that way and found a few there yesterday afternoon. We only had a couple of hour window, but we're going to put in here and then follow, I guess, drift down with the current and fish the Gwydir back down that way for a couple of k's. We've left one full drive here, another one that way. I'm pretty excited. It's a bit of a bigger, deeper section we're going to fish here.
It's a lot longer hole with should be with a few more bigger residents holding in it, hopefully.
When you say residents, we're talking Murray cod, right?
We're talking big Murray cod.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Got him, mate.
Good fish.
Oh, just hit that. Just park us there for a sec. He hit that hard, didn't he? So threw a couple of surface lures up along the bank there early because it's that time in the morning. He just climbed on that. Is that, can I just say, would that happen to be my rod and my lure on there, Ty?
That is your rod and lure.
Is that, it's just throwing it out there, mate. Is that a possibility?
It's definitely your rod and lure. No, I just thought that's what you do. You sort of throw a few surface lures in a little spot like that, and if there's not a surface fish there, there's definitely something like this that's going to jump straight over your plastic or your spinnerbait.
Waking them up, aren't you, with all that rattling and surface
You're waking
noise.
them up saying, oh, look, there's something here to come and have a feed of. And as soon as you chuck something else in there,
that lure,
you can see there he's just absolutely smoked it.
That has been engulfed.
It's gone.
Murray cod are one of those fish, you can give them that really good thumb grip, and there's nothing better than going home from a trip up into this part of the world, and with a bit of a sort of a sandpaper mark, which is what you get from a cod. I'll keep him in the water. That water is, I think we've got that on the sounder there. So we've got the car topper set up with the electric, the petrol, the sounder, everything that I'd have normally in my estuary boat, I've got in this little car topper, and it says 13 degrees. I don't think we're going for a swim, mate, just quietly. Have a look at that, that lure. I don't know if you can see that in there. It has just disappeared down the throat of that cod. There we go. So that's out. I'll tell you what else I just found inside this Murray cod's mouth. Look at that. If you can see that there. That's just some type of river shrimp, quite long, long feelers on the front of it. So that cod's been working that bank, and that's just one of the food sources there. They'll feed on all sorts of things, Murray cod, but shrimps are certainly one of them. And I might try and stick that back in his gob and let him go. We've stolen his breakfast off him, this poor fella.
I think you appreciate that.
You can have that back. We'll let you go, mate. Off you go, bud. Go on. He's off. Oh, yeah, got him. Whack. Straight on the sink there. So, had a couple of casts with some surface lures along there and ate that on the sink. And just goes to show you when you're casting soft plastics like that, as soon as they hit the surface and they start swimming down, especially with that big paddle tail, then it's alive in the water. So there's no point casting and then looking away or not staying connected to what that lure's doing. And then as soon as that swam down in front of that snag, that Murray cod's just climbed on that straight away. That's a nice little fat fish this time of the morning. Get that in there, son. And the great thing is I retrieved my rod back off the big tall fella here, because he did pinch it off me, and this time the lure hasn't totally disappeared, Ty. We can see it, that fluoro green. Look at that. It is just such a cracking morning. The sun's just coming up.
Couldn't get much better this morning, I think.
And it's just such a beautiful part of the world. And the great thing about these car toppers, you can just explore. And as we said before, we're fishing in around Inverell, and it's amazing. You can just got to sort of keep an eye out for some public access. There's reserved where you can put tinnies in like this. Have you got a tinny? You can use a kayak or a canoe, or just be careful if you're going through private property. Make sure you get permission. But I tell you, I'm pretty happy with that. Off you go, bud. Go on, mate. There you go. Go on.
There's nothing better than a day on the water, but you want to make it home safely. So remember, one of the most important pieces of safety gear is your life jacket. 8 out of 10 boaters who have drowned in New South Wales waters were not wearing one. The new jackets come in a range of designs so they won't get in the way whether you're chasing a big one or just taking in the sights. Whenever you're out on the water, make sure you and all the crew put one on. Marine Rescue New South Wales, volunteers saving lives on the water.
Oh, there he is. Got him, son.
Maybe it was good enough.
Oh dear. How funny is that? Oh, they are definitely biting this morning, the cod. I'll just sneak him all.
You right?
Just come back around this side,
Get around
away
there,
from that electric motor. He's charging back down that way, this fella. How funny was that? There's a little bit of backstory there. There's always backstory on Real Action. We've just caught a cod. I just caught a Murray cod off that root ball. And the big fella says, Gesty, what about the one that you missed there? I'm going to catch it. And I said, not if I get the cast in first. So what happened? I put a poor cast in, and then I put a good cast in. So when we say a good cast, it was right in the little back eddy at the point of the snag. Let that lure sink down, started winding it, bang, caught him straight away.
Yep. He was still sitting there
Sorry,
waiting
mate.
for feed. No,
Well, you
you're
did
right.
steal my lure before, remember?
I did say there was one there waiting.
You did. There's a bit of payback. And you are acting, as being the local, you are the guide at the moment too. So there's a bit of that. So you come down my way. Yeah, I'll let you, would you like to land my fish tie? There you go, bud. Look at that. Another pretty one. They are all pretty in this system. When I say pretty, there's no, sometimes in some Western systems you get those little red sores and little marks on them when I've been further west there, but there's such great water flow here.
Might have to correct you a bit there.
Oh, he's a little bit of a stumpy tail, but his patterns and his colours and his fins are all good, but he's got a bit of a busted tail, that
It
one.
looks like something may have even grabbed hold of him.
A big cod, maybe.
There's some scars there.
Yeah, but hey, he survived all right.
Oh, he'll live.
That was pretty funny. Sorry, mate, I won't do that again. Well, what I should do is really steal the front position so I can get the first cast, but that's all right. Here you go, mate, go on. Oh, how was that for precision driving? Did you see that?
Not bad, not bad.
Hey? Bit of precision driving right there. All right, what do you want to do? Go down further or
Yeah, we'll keep cruising down.
head down this way? All right, keep sneaking
Keep
along.
going down this way.
I missed that. Did you see that? Missed that log, missed that stick by that much. I'd been back in the rally driving days, that, and it was awesome. Oh!
So explosive, aren't they?
Oh, that's
He's
a
still
cool
there, he's still there.
fish just following the surface lure out. This one looks like a lizard, actually, the surface lure. Oh! No, he's still following. Got him. Oh!
Casting downstream.
I just thought, there's a little back eddy there, mate. I thought I'd fire one back. And we just missed Ty missed a nice little fish
Could even be
on
him.
a surface lure. And yeah, I was just thinking that could be this fish. And the fish was following the lure, whacking it as it went along. And I reckon I got him, mate, I think. I'm pretty right. If you grab that rod for me. And I reckon it's this little fish because it was only a small one. And he's got a big appetite, that bloke there. I reckon that was the little one that was having a crack on the surface and he's just floated back to the next snag down.
Very possible.
Yeah, and that's what you do. If you don't get them on the surface, then, or you raise them and you miss them, you can always put a subsurface presentation in. And I reckon that little fella there, pretty little cod, that's the result. That's just a great example of how healthy this system is. Oh, whack!
Got him?
Oh, there's a bite right there.
Nice.
They are on fire today. They are on fire. That was a good bite, that one. Just climbed on it. And the tackle we're using, this is a beautiful little outfit, this one, 4 to 8 kilo spin rod with 3,000 size spin reel, just some 15-pound braid and a little bit of 30-pound leader because they are a bit sort of rough and ready around the chops, the old Murray cod, so you just got to be careful there. Just have a pretty little fish, but wow, it has just climbed on it. absolutely climbed on that one.
Picked him up nicely on that little bottom treble.
Yes, I'll just see if I can support him up there. Look at that. Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. Amazing. We're fishing below Copeton Dam at the moment.
Below Copeton in the Gwydir River.
In the Gwydir River. So I wonder if some of these fish have washed over when the dam was at 100% maybe and come down and help restock this system a bit?
Yes, possibly. Definitely possibly. I don't think too many would, but there would be a few that will go over.
But mainly just natural wild recruitment, which is great to see. And look, you know, I haven't seen the odd carp, which is great. So hopefully these fellas are going to get big, and certainly when the carp, if they, you know, when they lay their eggs, hopefully these blokes are smashing them to bits. We're not a fan of carp, that's for sure. But there's also golden perch in this system as well.
Yep, definitely yellow belly in here as well.
Yep.
Good abundance of yellow belly.
Good stuff. Let this bloke go. To sort of round the whole setup with the car topper off, I've got a 9-inch sounder there, which is still perfect for, I know we're visually casting at snags here, but there's so many laydowns, sunken laydowns, and then different parts of the river there's boulders and things, little drop-offs underneath. Plus you see little balls of bait. I marked one there before. I don't know if it's a little school of baby carp or what it was, but certainly they're the sort of areas cod are going to hang around. So I've got the conventional digital sounder picture there and some side scan happening. You'll see cod swimming out and around, especially later in the day or real early in the morning. You'll see them on the side scan cruising around. So it's a handy tool to have there. Also to let you know what the water temperature's up to. If you come along to a creek, you might find there's a bit of inflow. It could actually have a slightly elevated or even a lower water temperature. So it's got all the information there, and it's certainly a useful tool when it comes to this style of fishing. Got him. There he is. There had to be one in there, didn't there, mate?
Right down the side of that little side of the eddy there on that tree.
Whether it's boulders or timber snags or overhangs, they just love structured cod. This is better fish too.
He's a bit better, that fish.
Mate, that's a slightly better fish, that one, for sure. Come in here, bud. He's not finished there yet, mate. There he is. That's a bit chunkier. Not a desperately long fish, but very, very fat and solid. And yeah, it's done the job once again. That little treble hook's just pinned in the corner there. We have added that little silver blade there, that willow blade, because cod just love things that have a lot of movement at slow speed, and that little bit of vibration definitely helps. You can run that lure without that, but they're really easy to attach, and you could either run what's called a Colorado blade. That one's actually a willow blade. Let's give you a little drink there, fella. That's pretty cool. Mate, that is one solid Murray cod, that bloke there. He's fat. He's been in a good paddock, that one.
He has. He definitely has.
All right, off you go, mate.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's the go.
He's a good one.
He is a good
I just had to wind it real slow through there and give it a few pauses.
What, you got him, mate?
Yep, he's right.
Let's move my rod out the way. That's a solid looking fish, that one. All right.
Beautiful Gwydir River Murray cod.
Yeah, do you want the net, or you reckon I'll probably just sneak you slide him over here, mate. I reckon I can give him the old cod grip. Got him.
Lovely.
I'll hand him over to you, seeing he's your fish. Yeah. He's got the old cod grip there.
Hang on.
Yeah, right. You got him?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. So that's on the on the spinnerbait. Oh, and look at that. So that just
fell out.
Just fell out. Yeah, so important to keep tension on that lure when you're fighting your fish. Otherwise, one quick head shake and that lure can go. A fish like barramundi, you know, they can leave out of the water and throw it. Cod are not going to do that, though. He did have his head out thrashing it around there for a minute,
They have a bit of a jump every now and then.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a nice fat one, that one.
Beautiful, healthy fish.
Now that's a cracking catch. If you've been catching some ripper fish lately, then send your photo into our Alfab's Cracking Catch competition at the Real Action Facebook page. To get you hooked up every week, we're giving away a Penn rod reel and line combo, an awesome Scanstrut Rock wireless phone charger, and inflatable waist belts from BLA, along with some great gear from Valvoline to keep your marine engine and trailer lubricated.
Well, check that out. That's a magnificent looking Murray cod. I've been fishing with Ty Edmonds and we've been up and down a beautiful part of the Gwydir River here in the Inverell Shire. I'll tell you, it's been pretty damn good fun so far in the car topper. We had a couple of little stumbles, had some rides down some rapids, but the fishing's been terrific as it always is. You've been watching Real Action. Michael Gest, as I said, Ty Edmonds. We'll catch you next time. Bye now. Woo, he's gone.
Real Action brought to you by Dog Pro Plus. Look after your best mate with a complete and balanced diet. Hyundai high performance forklifts, smart technology and safety, they're the driver's choice.